Of testing office workers for cocaine use being a more effective way of addressing the problem than perhaps random stopping and searching of young men on the streets of our cities. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely right to test office workers for cocaine use. Really? I think it's time we start. Yeah, I think it's time we start targeting those that are using it and perpetuating this drug epidemic that we're seeing. Yes. We should start targeting those, those people that traditionally tend to use it, recreationally. They don't think that, it's ever going to come back on them. They have that mindset that... So you should wonder
whether anecdotally, on the day they bring it in, the City of London, the square mile, would grind to a juddering halt.
Possibly, but I think it's really unfair how the media target, the young boys, or like traditionally the young black boys that we see, posted all over our papers, have this negative outlook towards them about county lines. And the only reason why we have this county line issue is because there are people that are using it and buying it.
There are customers up and down the country buying this stuff, and violence will be deployed to defend those markets. I've never seen it this way. I don't know, you sound a lot younger than me. I've always seen it as a choice between legality and illegality. So if you really wanted to stop criminal interest, including some very serious and high-level organised criminals, if you really wanted to stop it, you legalise it. But actually, this could be a meaningful answer to the question of how can you keep it criminalised and also take a huge chunk out of the market, go after the consumers, not the providers, not the dealers.
Yeah, and I think
you're very yeah. Why do you? What's your? Where does your interest in this come from? Why do you?
I work in education. I work in education, and I see how
the traps into which young people can fall. Yeah, I couldn't think of a more powerful kick-off for this conversation, and I thank you for it, Sarah. And you mentioned ethnicity. I know I took one call. I saw one complaint on the screen when I referred to young black lads as being more commonly involved in this sort of crime than others, and you've accused me of racism, which is always an accusation I'm happy to absorb. I don't agree, but just to clarify, it was the conflation of criminality and stopping and searching that led me to point out the disproportionate representation among one ethnicity. But if you want to tear me off a further strip on that, then you are more than welcome to.